Hi everyone, and welcome to This Week at Orwell, your 5-minute update all about what's going on around Orwell and our communities this week. We've got lots to catch up on today. I hope you're all doing well out there. The first thing we're going to jump into is all about the One Big Multicultural Festival here in Ipswich at Alexandra Park. Now, the school's nearly out, well, they will be probably tomorrow, and you're probably looking at lots of stuff that you want to do with the children over the summer holidays. But, you know, as a lot of parents know, this can be quite costly. So there's a great free event at Alexandra Park on this Sunday. And it's called the One Big Multicultural Festival. The event is in celebration of Suffolk's many cultures and brings together all different communities. It was in the past, it was held in September, but they brought it forward in July this year. And it's a free to attend family and community event with something for everyone. And a range of activities, it says here, from world music, food, children's entertainment, and also the annual Kabaddi sports event. So that looks really interesting too. So if you're in the Ipswich area, be sure to check that out. As I say, this Sunday, the 23rd of July, and it's free. So it's a bit of a no-brainer. The second thing we're going to do today, you remember we had Claire on the show, I think it was the week before last, and we chatted about the gardening event as my first kind of guest from Orwell. So we've got another guest on today. So by the power of magic, I'm going to take you to the conversation I had with Simon, our repairs manager, a little earlier this week. Okay, so we've got another guest on the video this week. Last time, if you remember, we had Claire and we were talking all about the gardening competition. And this week we've got Simon, who's our repairs and estates manager here at Orwell. Hey Simon, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Ross. Yourself?
Yeah, really well, thank you. So
Good.
today, I know we wanted to get into conversation with our customers around some of the things that they can do in their homes to prepare for the winter. Now, we all are enjoying some nice weather at the moment. We're not thinking about boilers, we're not thinking about extractors and stuff like that. But why is it so important that we kind of have to think about these things now rather than later?
So last year, obviously, we had a real cold snap and everyone put the heating on and had probably not tested it or put it on before the cold snap. And that's
Yeah.
where we had the problems. We had a real influx of customers phoning us and getting us out, and it really slowed up the process. So what I'm asking for today, or over the next over the next months before we have the cold snaps, is for the customers to test their heating system, put it on, make sure the radiators are working and they're coming up to heat. And they won't take too long in this weather. And I know it's probably an inconvenience, but it would really help us in the long term, just to try and do that. And obviously, if there is any problems with it, then let us know.
Yeah, so boilers is one thing. We can all do those testings as well. I know one of the other things that we've spoken about a little bit offline was extractors and kind of the importance of that. Can you sort of speak to that a little bit as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So obviously it's really important with the current climate with damp and mold to keep the extractor fans on, your trickle vents, making sure they're clear of debris. It just helps with the whole, combating the mold issues if you have any. And if there is anything that's wrong and not working, or you need any advice, then do get in touch and we'll be able to help where we can.
That's perfect. So guys, some things to think about over the summer. First one is boilers. Just make sure your boilers are working. Make sure the radiators are working, all that kind of stuff. Just run it for a little bit. As Simon was saying, it should be quite a quick process in this time of year. So just to make sure those things are working. Also extractors, make sure extractors are working and that you're using them when you need to. And again, as we move into the winter months and damp and mold, that's something else to look at. And also your trickle vents on your windows. And also of all these things, I think sometimes we might not know how to put these things on, how to look for these things as well in the home. So feel free, if you've got any questions about how to do any of this, you can contact us in via the customer services route, just give us a call. You've also got the app as well. The app is something that we're really proud of, and customers are getting some real use out of. So if you want to contact us through that, that's great. The great thing about the app again is that you can get in touch at any time. If you're coming home from work and maybe it's a bit too late to phone, you can do that on your phone and just log that with them, and we'll always be happy to help on that. I think I've covered everything. Simon, anything else you want to add today?
Perfect. No, just thank you. Thanks for having me on. Really exciting.
So I hope that update with Simon was helpful. It's just one of the things we just don't think to do, is that through the summer we're enjoying the summer weather. We don't think about putting our boiler on and checking that. I know I don't. So that was a really great nudge. Thanks, Simon. The next thing we're going to do is something a little bit different as well, because we've actually had some feedback for these videos from someone in our community. So thank you to Val, one of our Orwell customers, who sent this really lovely note through via our customer services about it. And I just want to read it to you now. So just want to say thank you, Ross, for the Orwell news videos. They are great. Always makes me smile. Also the app. Yes, Ross, it is good to be able to have out of contact hours when the phone lines are closed. Bless you all. Well done, Val. Val, thank you so much for that feedback. Firstly, we're really pleased that you're enjoying these videos. But secondly, it's great that you've been using the app. And we've seen this, this isn't a different message that we're getting from other customers too. Everyone's really loving that they can do all the stuff they would usually do maybe on the phone through customer services at the touch of a button in their own time. So if you're back home from work late perhaps, and maybe it's too late to phone, you can register your repair and all that kind of stuff within the app. You can log customer services messages and all that stuff. So check it out. If you're an Orwell customer, you need to check it out. The Orwell app, wherever you find your podcast, wherever you find your apps, just search Orwell Housing and it will come up. Okay. And the last thing we've got to talk about today, again, about the summer holidays, nearly that time. And again, maybe if you're taking the kids out for days out, as well as kind of going out and doing the activities, what can also cost quite a lot is also kind of feeding the kids while you're out and about as well. So we've hooked you up. So if you check out the link in the comments where you'll find the PDF, we'll take you through to a link where is all the places around the UK where kids can eat for either free or for just £1 over the summer. Some really good deals now. Now, sometimes this will mean that there's an adult that needs to pay to get that free child meal, but sometimes it's not. So check out the links. It will take you through to everywhere. But it's nationwide as well, so it maybe if you're going away for a few days, you can kind of use it there, or whether you're here at home, you can check those out as well. So hope they're useful. I hope you have a really great start to the summer holidays. We'll be back next week, but until then, I've been Ross, and this has been This Week at Orwell. Take care.